Let's get to the part of the show now. Let's talk a little bit of free agent stuff. Um, let's start with a couple of guys. Malakai Black. It seems like now I read this story, Ray, and I got to throw this thought in. Apparently, the word is Malakai Black. His contract is expected to be up either at the end of the year, first of next year, and there's apparently interest from WWE. I think it's always so fascinating to hear this kind of thing because when a guy's under contract or a gal's under contract, that means you can't talk to him. And so, as a result, these stories get floated out. Somebody says something to somebody, it ends up getting to Dave Meltzer or Sean Ross Sapp. Oh, and then it gets out like this. But um, Malachi Black is a guy that I could not argue has been used well. And I mean, at first he came in, he was working with Cody Rhodes
Mhm.
in AEW a few years ago, and it's pretty much House of Black trios matches and fits and starts. So I can see, and plus he's got a wife that's in WWE. Maybe he wants to make his life a little less complicated from a travel standpoint. I can see this. I can see this happening.
He was such a big figure in NXT Black and Gold, had a lot of great matches, and really carved out the niche that he's fallen into and carried into AEW as Aleister Black in NXT. His main roster run was not great. I know he had from my understanding, he had a backstage altercation with Kevin Owens that really derailed everything he had going on there. Um, But it's hard to deny in the last year, really since they lost the trios titles at All Out, or at All In, I mean, in 2023, while they've been in matches, they have not really done much with the House of Black. Julia Black had a great run as TNT champion, and they were there for that. But there's so many guys in AEW, and it just seems like Tony Khan can only at one time manage to focus on so many people at once. Um, Maybe it wouldn't be bad for Aleister Black to go back. And like you said, his wife is in WWE. Maybe it would simplify his life a little bit. But the House of Black is a really great act. It's a really great, enjoyable trios in AEW, and they just haven't been used. And instead, right now, you have a trios champion who they don't even really want to be wrestling together right now. What does that say about that division? So I don't know. Do we expect him to have any single success in AEW within the next year? I don't. Now, I'm not saying that there's a lot of room for improvement in the WWE because they have so many stars already, but nostalgia is powerful, and I'm sure he's nostalgic for a time when he was a big singles wrestler, and he was that, and he was an NXT champion at a time when that championship mattered a lot.
Yeah, yeah, there was his run was in the middle of a lot of guys that held the belt for a few months at a time.